Interview commencing November the 18th, 2015 at 10:06. Detective Chief Inspector Owen Seeger present with suspect in question, Mr. James Parker. Mr. Parker, I would ask you to account for your movements occurring on 4 separate occasions, these being August the 7th, August the 23rd, September the 14th and October the 15th of this year. Mr. Parker, it's a low go a lot faster with your cooperation. Where were you?
I was at home.
So on all 4 occasions you were at home?
Yes.
Well, is there anyone who could prove that you were at home? Was there someone there with you? Says here you have a partner, Claire. I'm sure she could help us sort this mess out.
She's away. I'll leave her out of this. I'm sorry, I can't think straight.
I'm afraid, Mr. Parker, if you recall the incident outside, that wouldn't be a great idea now, would it? Now, according to several witnesses, a man fitting your description was seen at 7:15 on August the 7th, the same time a woman's bag was stolen. Around 1:40 p.m. on Sunday, August the 23rd, a man also fitting your description was seen stealing from the newsagents on Bradshaw Street. According to your own address, Bradshaw Street is right around the corner. Coincidence? Monday the 14th of September, Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham, who had just returned from a cruise, say they saw a man of your height running from their home. Mrs. Cunningham's collection of golden jewellery was stolen. Mr. Parker, do you enjoy stealing from the elderly? Last but not least, Thursday, October the 15th, a man was left in hospital after being attacked in an alleyway. He needed 12 stitches in his head. So, I guess you should start speaking and cut the crap.
What crap?
You forget I do this job for a living. I can see right through you. You're insulting me. You take me for a fool. I mean, you're no master criminal. You left plenty of evidence behind.
If you have plenty of evidence, why aren't you wasting your time on me now? Not a very good detective, if you ask me.
Could you please identify the person in these pictures? Gone quiet, have you? You're not a very good criminal. You can't even identify your own face. You make a poor criminal. I've got more important cases to be dealing with. I don't have to spend time wasting my time with rubbish like you. I should be home looking after my wife.
It's cute she needs a babysitter. I wouldn't worry, I'm sure someone else is doing that for you. Tell me, how long have you been married?
I'm the one who asks the questions round here.
I'm just curious. With your blunt attitude, I'm surprised she's still with you.
And being a petty criminal makes you the perfect partner. People like you burden society. Where's Claire? We've been looking after her while she's been away. She didn't even tell you where she was going.
I know exactly where she is and what she is doing.
Is that so? Does she know where you are and what you're doing? I don't think so. As I said, you make a poor criminal, an even worse liar. You haven't told her you're here, have you? Are you ashamed? You should be.
You think I want to be here? I didn't want to do those things I did, I had no choice.
So what's your motive? Because that's the one thing I don't understand.
I don't know, you're the detective. Why don't you work that one out too?
Yeah, but you brought this on yourself. You committed these crimes and I guarantee it's not for kicks. Or at least you admit everything, unlike most criminals.
I'm not like most criminals.
Oh, also, you're exactly like most criminals, hurting innocent people, thinking you can get away with it, and not considering the consequences. And then, once I work it out, or they say I have evidence, suddenly they have some stop story. What's yours? Not enough love off your mum. Didn't Daddy take you out? I've been doing this job for 15 years and I can see right through you. I just don't understand why you just don't own up to it, because you're not exactly a criminal mastermind, are you?
Well done! You caught me, so throw me in a cell and you can get home to your precious wife!
No. No. You can't just own up and not give the reason behind it, why you did it. You're not like any other criminal I've ever met.
What do you mean?
Mr. Parker, you may seem a little arrogant, but there's something about you. Maybe it's how crap you are at being a criminal. It just doesn't seem to me like you ever wanted to do this. Is someone threatening you?
Maybe I should have got a solicitor. I'm not coming to.
You don't have an history of offences, not even a parking ticket. So why all of a sudden commit these crimes?
Don't know. Maybe I was bored and needed a thrill. Day-to-day life just getting the best of me. Surely you should understand.
This could be all over if you explain to me why a perfectly model citizen like yourself would start committing these crimes.
I don't know! Can you just charge me and be over with it?
You went from stealing a woman's bag to attacking a man in an alleyway, all in a few months. Now explain to me why someone with your record would turn to violence. There has to be a reason behind this. My assumption is that someone's forced your hand. I mean, are you being threatened? Because if you are, I can help you.
I did this alone. You hear? Nobody else was involved.
Okay then. Why on earth did you do it? I mean, have you got trouble at home? Mr. Parker, my patience is wasting with Tim. Maybe Claire knows. Maybe you should give her a call. Sit down!
Claire has no involvement in any of this. A few months ago, my daughter, she was diagnosed with an illness that the NHS can't treat unless we pay for it out of our own pockets. I had to work and work and work just to make enough money to fund her treatment. Then I lost my job, all the things that happened. I just couldn't break the news to Claire. I didn't know what else to do. When you see it, I had no choice. But I wouldn't expect you to understand. You've no idea what it feels like to be losing the most precious thing in your life, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I know exactly what it feels like! I know more than you think. I lost someone very dear to me while I was busy wasting with time wasters like you.
Parent.
Son.
I'm so sorry, I didn't know.
How would you have known? Mr. Parker, I am truly sorry your child is ill. But it shouldn't mean that you turn to a life of crime. When my son died, I couldn't handle it. I mean, I turned to drink, and I started to blame everyone around me. I almost lost my wife. I can appreciate your motive, but I can't condone what you've done. You've left Mrs. Cunningham in fear of ever leaving her home again. And you've scarred a man for the rest of his life. So why should these people suffer like this? Tell me.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. Help me, please. Help me.
Does Claire know anything about all this?
No, nothing at all. I assure you, she has no idea. I can't let her find out.
So where does she believe the money's coming from?
She still thinks I have my job. I'm just working extra hours.
James, I don't know what I can do. But I do want to help you. And I do know what you're going through.
Detective, I also understand that the crimes I committed have caused a great deal of trouble, but I can't face prison. Claire wouldn't be able to cope with you being locked up.
I want to help you. I just don't know how.
Please.
James, I think if I explain to my superiors...
Detective Seeger, do you honestly believe that your superiors will be reasonable? They can't go against the law. Look, your child died, but don't let that be the reason I lose mine.
Leave my son out of this. Do not go forgetting I've got enough to put you down on them tapes alone.
So what are you going to do?
Something that I thought I'd never do.
Thank you.
Don't.
Apologies for this.
He's the reason why I'm doing this. No parent should outlive the child. And this child cost me my family, and I'm not going to let it happen to anyone else.
I appreciate it.
You should do.
What now?
Well, firstly, I want to get you out of here.
Then?
One step at a time, Mr. Parker. One step at a time. You should be thankful for taking the first step. But if I do this, I'm breaking every rule in the book. Does your common sense tell you that? Does it? Do you understand? Do you?
Yes.